Now, U.S. President Donald Trump signed his flagship tax and spending bill into law on the White House South Lawn, fulfilling his promise to enact the big, beautiful legislation by Independence Day. Trump was joined by members of the Congress and families of the U.S. military during the signing of the bill, all of whom were invited for the Independence Day celebrations. The signing event was part of the 4th of July extravaganza, complete with the flypast of B-2 bombers and F-35 fighter jets. Before the ceremony, Trump addressed the crowd from the White House balcony and termed the legislation as the biggest bill of its type in history.
What we've done is put everything into one bill. It's never happened before. It's the biggest bill of its type in history. We've never had anything like that before. Nothing like that they thought would be possible to get passed. And actually, I liked it because we had so much in there that no matter who you are, there was something in that bill that would make your congressman or your senator or your congresswoman, much more importantly, raise their hand and support. Right, Lisa?
Now, the bill described by Trump as the largest tax cut, spending cut and border security investment passed Congress with 218 to 214 votes after an emotional debate on the House floor. It involved weeks of intense lobbying by Trump and his allies. The newly enacted act is set to fund Trump's immigration crackdown to make his 2017 tax cuts permanent and will knock millions of Americans off the health insurance. The bill's passage amounts to a big win for Trump and his Republican allies, who have argued that it will boost economic growth while largely dismissing a non-partisan analysis, predicting that it will add more than $3 trillion to the nation's $36.2 trillion debt. Now, chief among the critics was Elon Musk, of course, who had argued against the bill since it was first envisaged by Trump, by going as far as to berate Trump publicly. Both exchanged insults on social media. Musk expressed great dissatisfaction with the act, publicly weighed in on the idea of a third party in the United States after Donald Trump's signature on the big, beautiful bill. In a post on X, Musk said that Independence Day was the perfect occasion to ask if people wanted independence from the two-party system. Musk, who has showed the intent to jump into politics with his America party, said that the aim of his party would be to focus on 2 to 3 Senate seats and 8 to 10 House districts, which would be enough to serve as the deciding vote on the contentious laws given the razor-thin legislative margins. Now, Musk, who previously championed cost-cutting through the Department of Government Efficiency, had criticized the bill for its projected $3.3 trillion addition to the national deficit over the next decade. Many Republicans fear that the Big Beautiful Act will cut into social safety programs like the Medicaid, food stamps, leaving them defenseless in next year's midterm elections.
He was the worst president in the history of our country. Nothing was happening.
Now, for more on this, the correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report. Take a look.
President Trump officially signed the One Big Beautiful Bill on July 4th during a patriotic event on the South Lawn at the White House. Right before he put pen to paper, an impressive flyover of B-2 stealth bombers, F-22s and F-35s thundered overhead, honoring the pilots behind recent Iran strikes and celebrating America's Independence Day. Trump hailed the legislation as, quote-unquote, the biggest tax cuts in history, merging multiple promises into one package. Permanent 2017 tax cuts, full tip and overtime exemptions, and a boost in child tax credit, as well as expanded SALT deductions, while also ramping up defense, immigration enforcement, and air traffic modernization. He framed it as a symbol of promises made, promises kept, tying the bill's signing to America's birthday and a vision of national strength. Now, most Americans oppose the bill, while polls showing a clear majority of Democrats and independents not happy with this bill, while support remains strong, mainly among Republican voters. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.